Welcome everybody to a rainy day over here in Bangkok. And where we are is we're in the Thailand district of the city. We're on the west side of the Chao Phraya River. And what brought me over here today is to take a look at a second-class royal temple. I know you've seen a lot of these temples and all that, but I really like going to the royal temples. So they have what they call the grading system here of the Ratchaworawihan. You have the special class temple, which is Wat Chaiyaphruek, the only one. And then there's 23 first-class royal temples, and then 42, I believe it's 42 second-class royal temples. And what this one is over here is Wat Chaiyaphrueksamala Ratchaworawihan. And this is an old Ayutthaya era temple that was rebuilt under the Thonburi era. And then King Rama I sponsored it. There was some issues with it. King Rama II came over here, sponsored it, tried to rebuild it again. And then there was the war of the 9 armies up with the Burmese. And this temple wasn't restored again until under the reign of King Rama IV. And then there's like a chetty over here that has the relics of Rama III. There's a lot of the royal patronage here with this temple. The main hall was built in like 1975 or restored under it, and then King Rama IX came over here and was in charge of the ceremony for that. So anyway, it's a rainy day, so we'll do our best to film this, and let's see what we see in here today. This is what the temple grounds looks like when you first come in. Just a drizzle. I was going to do something different and it started raining, and so I said let's stop over here at this temple and get out of the rain, and it's still not really cooperating. So if you get any raindrops on the camera, I'm sorry. So we got a monk over here, he's doing something, and then this is the main hall. We'll look at after we look at one of the smaller buildings over here. Yeah, this right here is a humongous hall. It has a huge high ceiling line, which is the Bangkok styling. And then you can see the gable end up there. And it has the tall square columns, which is an earmark of the Bangkok era. The Ayutthaya era was a little bit different. They were a little bit smaller. The halls originally were built during the Ayutthaya era. And they said what they did is they tore some of the buildings apart to use it for the construction of the city wall when Thonburi was the capital. Kind of interesting. There was a shortage, they just needed bricks, so they came over here and dismantled a few of the buildings. These are the 2 original buildings of the temple. So this right here is the ordination hall. And you can see it has the Garuda up there on the front, on the gables. And then over here is like the Buddha imagery. Has the normal stuff, there's the little Naga up there. Then it has the square columns. So this was brick and mortar originally, and whenever they came in here and restored this, they did the concrete walls. And you can see the styling has like the floral patterns. It's a lot more elegant than like the over-the-top gaudy Bangkok styling you see now. It's quite nice. And then you can see they have like the red teakwood ceiling here that's all painted with that gold. And then it is a royal temple, so it has the 3rd door. This would have been the entrance for the royals. And you can see it has that black lacquer. Okay, so let's look in here. You gotta be careful because everything's wet from the rain, and this marble tiling is so slick. So here we go. So this is a pretty elegant hall. I expected to see some murals in here, but they just have put them on those paintings and hung them up. Then they have a painting here of King Rama IV. And he's the one that got it completely reconstructed. He donated money to the temple. And then after they rebuilt it, they built the chetty that's back over here that has the relics from King Rama III. And then you can see the doors here. Oh, I really like that. That's pretty cool. And they're standing on those kind of like lion creatures. And they got their spears, and then another painting. And you can see it has the red and black teakwood ceiling in here also. Now the hall that's right next to it looks like it's locked up. There's 2 of them. They're doing, I think, a little bit of renovation over there, so they don't have it open. I'll show you the front of it, and then we'll look at the Chedi, and then come around and look at this big building over here. And it is an active temple. So there's monks in residence here. They have the crematorium to take care of all the funerals. They have their monk quarters over here, and then they have a school. And I guess one of the buildings they use is for like the music for the school. And then they teach the young novice monks and stuff like that. But they have a little school that's sponsored by the temple that's right here. And what we have here, this is the huge Chedi. It's quite nice. And it's actually right here in the school grounds. So you see it's over here. They have the like the little soccer field or whatever for the school kids. And this was rebuilt under the reign of King Rama IV. It's pretty cool with the gold up on the top. And it's behind a locked gate, which is kind of interesting. It's actually on the school grounds, but it's part of the temple. And then this is the small little Wihan also right here. And I'll show you why I think it looks like they're doing a little bit of renovation. And you see around the windows here has that same gold and blue. And then up on the top, all the naga and everything are new and the same as the gable ends. And here's two of the sandstone Buddhas that were inside here. They have it sitting out. The heads are missing. It looks like they need to redo quite a bit of them. And you can see the front right there. So you see all that plaster work is all new, and they're putting like the little pieces of glass and stuff in the front. And then the wood has all been replaced. And it looks quite nice. And they've redone all the painting up there, and it is locked. And then these are the original from this building. So they took them all the way off, and they have them on display over here. And this is what you see. So this is all that little glass, and they would have had a Garuda right there on the front, and it has the floral pattern. And you can see how bad a shape it's in. And it's made out of brick. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a brick back, and then it has the plaster on the front. And that's just right here on display. And it's right here next to the canal. We'll take a look at the canal, and then we'll go into this huge hall, which is kind of the highlight here of this temple. And this is the canal. You can see the rain coming down. All the houses built here up on stilts. The water level is low. Looks like we got some boys messing about over here. Looks like they're doing some swimming and everything. If you're swimming in this canal, you don't mind a little bit of rain. And this is what you see when you come off the canal. They have this little sala, which is quite nice. You see the Garuda, and then it has the figure up on the back of the Garuda, and then all the other, the mythical birds, all of the normal Buddha imagery that you see. All right, let's go in here now and let's see what this hall looks like. Yeah, these boys are having the best time here at this temple. All right, so what we have over here is this is Rama II. When he was the crown prince, it was his name was Chin, I believe is what he went by. And then after Rama I died, he took over. And he's the one, he tried to restore this temple, and then the war happened with the Battle of the Nine Armies with the Burmese. Okay, that's everything out here. Let's look inside now. And right next to it is the little school over there. You can see all the novice monks. They're all getting ready to eat some lunch. And this is all sponsored by this temple here. So we can see here the difference in the styling. This is the Bangkok styling. You see it's more of those Chedis that are over the door. And check out how high the roof line is on it. It is massive. But it still has same elements with the lotus flowers over there on the columns. And this is the ordination hall. So you have the little Buasima stones here, and then the rest of them are built into the sides of this temple. And like I said, this is the newest construction here on site. And this was completed in, 1976. And King Rama IX came over here and was in charge of the ceremony. And they have a picture of him right here. This is King Rama IX, and then it looks like the monks and other dignitaries there at this temple. But what a massive hall. Holy cow, this is gigantic. It's got a small footprint, but it is huge as far as being tall. And it's really quite like plain in here. They have like the Garuda and all of that here. And then they have like the red and gold window shutters. They have a picture over here of the princess. This is King Rama IX's daughter that's really popular here in Thailand. Then they have the wooden platform here for the monks to come over. Now this right here, this chedi, or this temple building here, is built, I think it's facing the north instead of the east, but it's facing the canal. So if a Buddha image is in a normal hall, it'll be facing the east towards the rising sun, which is like the new life or whatever. But also it can be facing towards water, because the Buddha, when he was meditating, he was under the Bodhi tree and he was facing towards water. So it's tradition also for the Buddha images to be facing water. Oh, this is really nice. It has some of the old angels here you can see. And then this is in, I believe, the subduing Mara or subduing Satan pose. And it's just kind of a plain, like marble platform there. And then they have these clocks and everything that are, have that mother of pearl. All right, so we saw all of this. We'll take one more look outside here, and that'll be the whole temple that we've looked at. Yeah, you can see all the monks over there doing their thing. All the boys. And these are the Wihan, or the sermon hall, and then the Ubasot, or the ordination hall. And then you can see that chedi back there that has the relics from Rama III, and then all the rest of the temple over there. Well, that'll finish up our video over here in Taling Chan at this second class royal temple. The name is gigantic. I'm not going to try to say it again, but it's a really interesting place. It's kind of quiet. There's not a lot going on over here. There's a lot of activity over there with the Buddhist college or Buddhist school over there. So all the young novices are doing their thing. It's kind of rainy, so that's probably kept a lot of the people away. It kind of looks like it's breaking up a little bit, so hopefully it'll end up being a clear day. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see more stuff like this. I show you temples and beaches and markets, whatever kind of interests me, and this interested me today. So if you like this kind of stuff, then you're in the right spot. Subscribe, and then you get to see more of it. And leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you have been here, or have any questions or comments, or if you know more about it than I do, let me know also. I do my best. I do research, but there's a lot of stuff that, you know, it's just not available in English. The Thais probably have a whole lot more written up about this. So if you know more about it, let me know for sure, and that way other people can read too. And until next time, from over here in Bangkok, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.